One of the biggest reasons why women have power over men is simply because we give it to them. We give them power over us. I was in this meeting about, 10 years ago now. And I'll never forget what this woman said. She was sitting next to her husband, and she was using some analogy. She was talking about, I forget now, it's been so long, what she was talking about. But out of the blue, she just goes, "My husband," and she starts talking about her husband, and then she goes, "I chose him." And it was like the most arrogant. It was almost like she assumed leadership in that one statement. She goes, "I chose him." And it always stuck with me, just the way she said it. And she put the emphasis on chose. And I think about that a lot. I think about how women choose men. It's not men choose women, it's women choose men. And it's such an arrogant thing. It's such an arrogant thing in general, just to not only to say that, but the fact that that's a reality in the world we live in. And I believe it is. I chose him, right? Women are choosing men. It's not men are choosing women. And this is where women have power over men. They have power over us in the choosing, right? And it's all psychological, really. You might have your people who come in and argue and say, no, it's biological. Women are the ones who are the gateways to sex and the gateways to relationships and woo, woo, woo. I don't think so. I think we give them that power as a whole, right? I think women are fundamentally manipulating us. Even, you could say, on a biological level. It's a biological manipulation. They're using us for their ends, for their means. They're using us, right? And there's a very interesting story on YouTube or on the internet or whatever, wherever you can find it. It's called The Manipulated Man by a woman named Esther Villar. I found it about 5-6 years ago, and I watched it. And it's a woman, actually, who is talking about how women manipulate men. Socially, psychologically, financially. How women don't have to work. How women don't have to, on a fundamental basis, on an essential basis, they don't have to do everything that men do. They don't have to go work. They don't have to strive. They don't have to try really that hard. And this is why women are often so happy. This is why women are often behave like children. This is why they behave in such an immature way, because they know they don't have to be held accountable. Right? They know that on a fundamental level, they've got it a lot better than men. I mean, what more could you ask for? You don't have to work. You can live off of a man. If you decide you don't like the man anymore, you can leave him and he has to pay you money to leave. You can easily finance your life. You can marry a rich man and take half his stuff. He can support you for the rest of your life. Women who work are actually kind of stupid in a way, if you think about it. Now, if they choose to work because they like their job, that's a different story, but you don't have to do anything if you're a woman. You don't have to try in dating. You don't have to I mean, sure, you put your makeup on, and this is why women are so into makeup. This is why makeup is so popular. This is why there's so many makeup magazines. This is why there's so many different makeup brands. This is why people can, if they get into the makeup business, eyeliner, lipstick, foundation, etc., you can become a billionaire. What was it? Jenner, Kris Jenner, somebody Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, somebody got into the makeup business, and within like 2 years they were almost a billionaire or something crazy like that. Why is makeup so popular? Because it's how they fool men. You can go from a 4 to an 8 if you put on makeup correctly. This is why makeup tutorials are so popular on YouTube. Because you can actually improve your looks drastically. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to eat right. Just cake on a bunch of makeup, and it'll cover up all your bad points. It'll land you a Jason Momoa, right? It'll land you a Brad Pitt. Seriously, man, this is what it is. So, men are being manipulated, but also we're giving our power away to women. We're letting women have our power. And this is why the bad boy is so sought after, because the bad boy doesn't give a shit. The bad boy is not trying to impress her. Right? The bad boy doesn't care, if she likes him or not. The bad boy's not concerned about, getting laid, because he knows it's going to happen. He knows that if she doesn't like him, somebody else will. And this is the attitude men need to have. We've all got the wrong attitude. We've all got this scarcity mindset. We are in a scarcity mindset all the time. This is why women know they have power over us. These women are not special. There's no special woman out there. I used to think that, and that's blue-pilled thinking. And then you realize they're all the same. They're all the same. They all want our money. They're all hypergamous. None of them are loyal. If we lose our money, if we lose our social status, if we lose our bad boy chip on our shoulder, if we lose that power we have over them, they'll leave us. They'll walk all over us, because this is female nature. If you ever want to listen to a guy who really understands female nature, listen to Patrice O'Neal. Patrice O'Neal, he died, but he was a comedian, and he talks extensively. He talked consistently about female nature and how women are, how they behave, what turns them on, what keeps them around, what keeps them in a relationship. And it's very similar to Rollo Tomasi's The Rational Male. And if you so desire to keep a woman in a relationship, you never let her have the edge. You always keep her on her toes. You never let her get comfortable. You never let her believe that you can't do any better. You never let her believe that you are fully all in with her. Because chances are she's going to leave you. Unless you're so good looking, or you got so much money. I mean, Kobe Bryant's wife didn't leave him when he cheated. Magic Johnson's wife didn't leave him when he cheated. Bill Clinton's wife didn't leave him when he cheated. Why? Because these women couldn't get anyone better. They couldn't get anyone better. The guys that they got were at the apex. Now, if maybe the guy had a gambling problem as well, or if maybe he beat her, or he treated her like crap as well. I mean, there's only so much a woman can take. But if you cheat a little bit here, they're not going to leave you, because you're the best they could get. Now, if you treat them bad consistently, maybe. If you simp, maybe, baby, I'm sorry. Woo. If you lower your value, they might leave. But if you keep your frame, if you keep your alpha frame, you keep your high status, high value frame with her, she won't leave.